Okay, I'm going to shoot a little refresher video here. This is basically a piece of the pre-trip. This is something we do every day. I'm just kind of going to go over it with you. Probably won't show you anything new, but just in case you might have skipped something and not remembered it, I'm going to do this part right here on the pre-trip. Okay, the things I have are paper towel for the dipstick and a flashlight. Oh, this makes it easier, and I'll show you why. First thing I'm going to do is check the oil, which is right here on most of these. Very long stick. I pull it out and I'm going to wipe it off. You always want to do this before you start the engine, so all the oil from the engine is settled into the oil pan down there, and you get a real accurate reading on this. So what I'm going to be looking for here is there's the end of it. That's all we're concerned with, really. And there's two holes in it. One down here is the add, and this is the full. Now, as long as it's above the add, we're in good shape. If it's at the add, you have two choices. You can either add a quart of oil yourself, or you can write it on your pre-trip, and Nick will take care of it the next time they come in. You're not going to burn up the engine if this is right at the add mark. There's an extra quart of oil that's still in there. That's kind of a early warning. So that's what that is. So let's see what this has got. Now this one just had the oil change, so the oil is going to be real clear. Seat the stick all the way down. Make sure it all goes all the way down in there. Pull it out. Yeah, see, this is actually, it's kind of up in here. So, but that's Nick's choice. That's overfull. That's good. Like I said, you don't need to do anything if it's above the add mark. You're good to go. You don't need to write it out or call or anything like that. It's just when it hits the add mark or lower. If it's a lot lower than the add mark, then you want to get a hold of Nick or somebody before you drive the vehicle. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is check the fluids. And this is where the flashlight comes in handy because it makes it kind of easy. You can see I got a full and add mark over here. Here's a max and there's a minimum. So I can see right there that it's a lot closer to the max than it is a minimum. That makes that easy to see. This one, the range is actually on the seam of the tank, so I can kind of see it in there. I can see it moving with this. I can see it in that one moving without it. This one is where the flashlight really comes in handy because the tanks on these are always kind of messed up, especially on the older vehicles. It's hard to see. You can see the indicators there, but you can't tell where the fluid is. So if I do that, I can see the line right there where the fluid is, and it's right on the max mark, so it's in good shape. The other thing I'm going to do down here, I'm going to look over the engine as I'm kind of working across, make sure I don't see any leaky hoses, any water anywhere that shouldn't be there, any broken wires or anything like this. I'm going to check this belt, make sure it's good and tight, make sure it's not frayed. That would indicate that it's gonna use up its life. Coming this way, we have the transmission. We don't do anything with that. At Nick's request, he takes care of that himself. Look at the battery, make sure there's no corrosion and your connectors are good. Now finally, one of the things on there is a windshield washer fluid. Now on the 13s and 15s, which is what we have the most of, you can check the fluid. I'm going to get down so you can see this a little easier. Right down there. The actual fluid tank, the fill is right there. The tank itself is underneath the battery, and you can look at this corner right here and see the fluid level. Now on the newer vehicles, it doesn't have this, or the bottom you can see is all blue. This white thing, you have to look around that, but that's where the fluid level is on 13s and 15s, and that's probably, we got the most of those, so you can actually check the fluid level. On the newer ones, you know, we carry fluid with us, so we just check it off anyway. But that's it for under the hood. And like I said, if you take my talking and pointing and everything out of it, you can do that in probably less than a minute and a half. So there you go. That's the whole first section under the engine compartment. Thanks for watching.